Dr. Kenneth Thompson is professor of management at DePaul University, a consultant and author of 4 books, and former chair of the Management Education and Development Division of the Academy of Management. With more than 30 years teaching behavior management and culture development, Ken has a deep understanding of what today's leaders need to compete. Ken's academic and professional life is focused on the vision of improving performance and building an engaged workforce through goal setting and performance improvement. From his dissertation focused on goal setting in a state agency in Nebraska to serving as a major developer of the Walton Institute of Leadership, and for 14 years of service as a senior Baldrige examiner, Ken's efforts remain consistent with his vision. Dr. Kenneth Thompson is also a co-author of the business and leadership book, It's My Company Too: How Entangled Companies Move Beyond Employee Engagement for Remarkable Results. The book focuses on 8 award-winning companies portraying the entanglement phenomenon through rich storytelling. Ken is a talented lecturer who has taught executive seminars throughout the world. He's a frequent speaker at conferences, universities, and company meetings, providing insights as to how you can better lead. Uncovering what it takes to unleash hidden capability and create a sustainable competitive advantage, Ken readies you for the path to world-class financial and customer-focused success. Learn the secrets of employee entanglement. Book Dr. Kenneth Thompson for your next leadership, industry, or corporate event by calling 847-709-1018 or visiting itsmycompanytoo.com.
One of the steps was, hey, if we don't work all together and turn this stuff around, we're all going to be unemployed. Okay, he's got their attention. Now, how do we do it? We get them engaged in looking at how to improve the organization, the whole organization, not just their unit, because he wanted to create a very much team mentality in the approach. Get them to believe that they can make a difference and their contribution matters. Very important, again, some little successes initially, praise those successes, and then move on to higher and higher sorts of activities. And we'll see how they did in just a second. Get their head in the game. So the things you do as that leader to get them focused on the organization became important. And what he did is create what he's patented now, the great game of business. That came out in the book in, what was that, 83 or so? No, 93? Great game. Okay. Yeah, so it now has a wing teaching people the great game of business. What's involved in that? He first trained the workforce to read financials and understand how the employees can influence outcomes. So now, going back, look, we're dealing with mechanics, and probably relatively unsophisticated. When I started interviewing some, I was just amazed. They were talking about, well, you know, one of the changes we did, modified overhead charges to us, reduced variable cost, and that led to about 3% in our bottom line, which then affected SRC holding by 2%. And I'm going, wow. My MBAs still keep asking, we can use the cash from retained earnings, right? So, so they taught them balance sheet, income statements, ratio analysis, looking at terms on the inventory turnover, cost accounting, standard material cost, material usage, labor cost, labor usage, and budgeting, basic budgeting figures, and external market and customer analysis. So based, each of these groups, the segmented groups that they had, would develop a basic income statement, balance plan, and their contribution for the year. So they'd have to learn budgeting and know what's going on in the external market that could have influenced those numbers. So these were sophisticated users. Again, I was terribly amazed at what we got. He used mini games to build up the confidence. These were, we'll give you a small bonus, maybe $500 or $100. This isn't where the big money was. But to get them to start feeling confidence in themselves and create a greater morale of the whole organization, that we're starting to work together and we can succeed at this.